Doctors' identities. According to the New York Times, scammers are using artificial intelligence to impersonate respected medical professionals and sell dubious products online. Dr. Robert Lustig, a leading endocrinologist at the University of California, San Francisco, discovered that his image and voice had been faked to promote a so-called liquid pearls for weight loss. He told the Times there are so many things wrong with this. Other doctors have also been targeted. Dr. Gemma Newman of Britain was horrified to find a deepfake video promoting high-dose supplements in her name, convincing enough that her own mother thought it was real. Dr. Eric Topol, a cardiologist at Scripps Research, found AI knockoffs of his latest book for sale on Amazon. Experts warn the fraud is widespread and dangerous, exploiting people desperate for cures while eroding trust in medicine. Regulators have issued warnings, but enforcement lags far behind. As one cybersecurity CEO put it, with just a few online clips, I can actually create an AI bot that looks like you and has full-blown conversations. Okay, what's the real message here? If you see some respectable looking, distinguished looking doctor, someone you've seen before on TV, recommending some pill, potion, supplement online, beware. Chances are it's an absolute fake. AI scammers are manipulating you by using the faces of real doctors. So unless you're in the same room with them, assume it's maybe not real. Okay, let's dig a little deeper here. I've talked about AI a lot on this show. We'll continue to. It becomes the biggest story of the day. Even the First Lady of the United States gave a press conference on it yesterday in a presentation. But it really is a big thing, and it's taking over every part of our culture, every part of our life. And if you want to be a well-functioning citizen in the world in 2025 and beyond, it's not going to work for you unless you really develop an eye for scrutiny and the ability to discern what's real and what's fake. And you know what? It's not that easy anymore. You can be fooled. I mean, I say this, I have my own AI clone, tjwalker.ai, but it's not selling you any supplements. If you see me ever seeming or sounding like I'm selling a supplement, you know it's a scam, because the only supplement I believe in is right here. It's a glass of water. And for those of you listening on the podcast, I held up a glass and I'm drinking water as I do throughout the show. So this is yet another reason why people distrust so much of the mainstream medical industry and medical complex, because so much bad information is being put out by bad actors, and it's made to look like it's coming from mainstream doctors. The particular doctor there mentioned, Dr. Robert Lustig, someone I like, admire, and respect. I've read several of his books. He's probably the most passionate medical expert dealing with the warnings of how we as a society in the Western world are basically destroying our health by putting massive amounts of processed sugars, artificial sugars, into everything we eat. He has been very eloquent about this problem. So if you see him promoting some pill, especially a pill with some kind of fake sugar in it, you know it is a scam. So how is a consumer supposed to navigate this? I'm not suggesting we can't go online or occasionally get some health tip from TikTok. My friends at TikTok are watching today, or other social media platforms, but do some independent research. I use ChatGPT a lot. Ask ChatGPT, is this real or is this a scam? And quite often we'll tell you, hey, this sure looks like a scam. Fact check it elsewhere. Here's a crazy idea. Why don't you call your doctor or go to your doctor? Ideally, you're getting a physical once a year. Ask a medical professional that you can actually see face to face. Because here's the real problem. So many people say, oh, I did my own research. I now know vaccines don't work. I did my own You didn't do any research. You were fooled and bamboozled by a con man sitting at a keyboard who's manipulating a bunch of AI and showing you a Marcus Welby face of a reputable doctor saying gibberish, spewing nonsense and disinformation. And it's happening not only in the medical field, but in a lot of other fields. So it's a constant reminder that all of us really need to be a lot more skeptical. I want you to be skeptical of me. I really do. I want you to think, well, who is this TJ Walker? And by the way, yesterday I did post a whole special edition episode of this podcast of Who is TJ Walker? So if you want to know about me and my background and why I feel entitled to talk, you may want to check out that podcast. It is, I believe, podcast number 2, if you're looking at the sequence of podcasts. But check out anyone else you're taking information from, especially if it involves putting something in your mouth, a pill, a potion, a supplement, a so-called vitamin, because so much of it is complete garbage. Here in the United States, you can sell people virtually anything. I could scrape dog poop off the sidewalk, freeze dry it, put it in a bottle, and then do a whole social media campaign saying, hey, the government doesn't want you to eat this. The medical establishment doesn't want you to eat this. Dr. Fauci doesn't want you to eat this. And here's what it is, and you can get it, a monthly supply for $89. Here's my number, here's the website, check it. And I'm just selling dog poop. I can get away with that in America, and it's an absolute shame that people fall for it. People fall for the idea of, oh, there's some magic solution. I don't really have to eat fresh vegetables and fruit and minimize sugar and processed carbohydrates and exercise and get good sleep. I don't have to do that. I can eat all the junk food I want, eat garbage, not sleep right, stay up late playing video games. And then if I just find this pill or supplement that this fake doctor recommended to me, I'll be great. And I'll live to be 100. I'm very sorry, but it just does not work that way. It just does not work that way at all. Let me give you a few more facts here. YouTube and Meta platforms are very slow to remove fraudulent channels and accounts because their attitude, by and large, and I'm on Facebook and YouTube right now, don't tell Mark Zuckerberg, don't tell the boys at Google I'm saying this. Their first priority is making money. Their first priority is making engagement. So if you come out with some magic pill to make you grow a perfect head of hair or lose 50 pounds of so-called belly weight, and it gets 10 billion clicks, their first reaction is, hey, great, let me count the money, I'm getting richer. That's their first inclination. So you cannot count on these big platforms to do the responsible thing and get rid of fraudsters and con. Regulators are warning of growing risk, the few regulators we have left. And many of the scams are exploiting the demand for these GLP weight loss drugs, counterfeit product. One is known as Pika. So keep your eyes out for that one. TikTok, my friends at TikTok joining us today. There's a Dr. Gemma Newman, who is a reputable doctor, and she is being impersonated on TikTok with videos selling dangerous supplements. So we really got to watch out for this stuff. There's so much garbage being peddled out there, and it's absolutely not worth it. Scrutinize everything. Be skeptical. Be skeptical of me, what I say. Don't buy anything that you see this face telling you to buy and put in your mouth, by and large, unless it's maybe a water filter. I'm not sponsoring any products these days. Maybe I'll do a water filter to get you to drink more water. That's about it.